half-boiled hero strikes again with a request. Now, what could you possibly have for me? Hopefully something significantly more lighthearted than religious battles. Articulate young man M, huh? Well, clearly I can expect nothing but well-thought-out points and sensible commentary from...
Aloha, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my new commentary on Gligar 13 Vids. The other day, I commented on his travesty of a Sonic Adventure 1 review, and now let's see how terrible his Sonic Adventure 2 battle review is. Let's go.
After making Sonic Adventure 1, Sega decided to make a sequel. The only problem was the Dreamcast was failing, and it didn't sell.
Yeah, so they tried to get the Dreamcast selling again. What's wrong with that, dude?
So, when they realized that the Dreamcast was a failing system, they opted to create a ported sequel, whatever game, for an entirely different console in order to try and get products for the Dreamcast selling again. Oh, well, that makes sense to me.
As well. So they made a sequel, or a port, to the GameCube, which was almost the exact same game, but with a few changed features.
It was not the exact same thing at all. It was a totally different, revamped experience. I don't know what you're smoking.
And I don't know what you're smoking, because my eyes must not be playing the right kind of tricks on me, since these walkthroughs from Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle sure do look the same. As far as I can tell, and you can totally correct me if I'm wrong, since this is the only Sonic game I've played, the only differences between the games were add-on things such as the GameCube version having a secret character unlockable in kart mode, whereas the secret character in the Dreamcast version was unlockable in 2P mode, or things like the Chao Market, Chao Karate class, and Chao activities, none of which affects story mode. That doesn't exactly constitute a completely different gaming experience. It just sounds like the extra downloadable content stuff we get in games nowadays.
And Sonic fanboys bought it up. It sold far more than the Dreamcast version.
Good.
So, what? You're not going to speculate that it sold well because the Dreamcast was a dying system? More people were more likely to own a GameCube system and thus would buy the game? No? Ah, well then have it your way. Let me just change into my eat everything you say up fangirl mode. Oh man, look at that rebuttal! Kawaii desu ne!
Sega made the GameCube the leading platform for the next few Sonic games.
So?
And Sega fanboys will continue to praise Sonic Adventure 2 as the best Sonic game.
I don't think it was the best Sonic game. It's a great Sonic game, but there are better Sonic games, like, say...
If I hear the number that comes after 5, I'm going to punch something.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or maybe even Sonic Generations.
And say everything afterwards sucked.
Nope, everything afterwards did not suck. I mean, Sonic Heroes was alright, Sonic Unleashed was alright, the first Sonic Riders was okay.
Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Bow, bow, bow. Don't you feel it sometimes? You just need juvenile.
But is it really that good? Let's find out.
It's very good.
Mystery solved. Review over. The verdict is in, people. It is good!
When you first start the game, you will see cutscenes. And what is this time, you may ask? This time you see a random helicopter. What does this really have to do with Sonic, and why are there helicopters in the Sonic game that are not Eggman and stuff?
Because they were trying something different.
That is your Seinfeld music. We find out that Sonic escaped from a lame helicopter, which was capturing him. Apparently that helicopter was owned by a group named Gun, but you don't know that when you start. Instead, you see the trademark of Sonic Adventure is back. Low-budget cutscenes.
This game came out back in like 2001, 2002. What the hell do you expect?
Yeah, Gligar, how dare you assume the developers could come up with anything other than low-budget, poor-quality cutscenes in a game from 2001? What are you, the creator of Codename Outbreak? The creator of Cabela's Big Game Hunter Ultimate Challenge? The creator of Dead or Alive 3? The creator of 100 Swords? The creator of Ico? The creator of Okage Shadow King? The creator of... What I'm getting at here is that even by the standards of 2001, games can still come out looking pretty decent, and holy shit, there was a Dragons of Pern game?
Just look at those lips, and the way all the movements are just spasms. Oh my god, this looks like Chuck E. Cheese again.
Chuck E. Cheese is very irrelevant.
Yeah, it's almost like he's saying something completely unrelated so that you'll notice it more and feel the need to point out what a ridiculous comparison it is.
And by the way, just look at that low-resolution ground.
Who cares if the ground is low resolution?
So, first it was because that was the extent of quality that one could expect from 2001 games. Now we just don't care? Well, if you say so!
You'll be seeing that a lot when you die.
Boo-hoo.
Hey, yeah, remember when you said Chuck E. Cheese was irrelevant? Woo!
The first level, City Escape, is your typical Sonic level. You go fast, you try not to bump into walls because they'll slow you down, you hope there isn't a cheap death, and, well, it's more the same from Sonic Adventure. It starts off as pretty much of a clone of the snowboarding level, where
Not really.
He is literally boarding down city roads. The only difference is, there's no snow. I honestly think you're just trying to find reasons to talk.
gain speed and stuff. And just like that, that's pretty much all there is to it. You skate down, press A in the board, or in the board thing, you'll get points.
This is just the very first level of the game, and it's just supposed to be lighthearted fun. Chill out, man.
And all he was doing was listing what you do in the level. Why did you feel the need to interject if you weren't going to point out something he got wrong?
Not that great. Same with the music. The same is the music is really bad. Just listen to this corny music.
This music is alright.
Look at all these opinions!
It sounds like a bunch of kids trying to imitate Caramel and Omo Chao. You will get to hate him because all he ever does is annoy you. However, once you find out you can toss him around, the game gets a lot more fun. Just like Sonic Adventure 1, the camera sucks. So you'll be jumping around trying to figure out what to do because the camera is too busy having a spinning spree where it's spinning around all over.
Well, you're just screwing with the game and sucking at it.
Proof? We can't have proof. Toss that evidence into the incinerator. Ah, that's much better.
The place and you can't know what you're doing. Just like in Adventure 1, there are plenty of cheap deaths that Tommy Wiseau would approve of.
Just a chicken. Chip, 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 chip.
Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean.
You also get a heavily scripted big truck scene. It looks like it was only added just to show off the power of the Dreamcast. As in, oh my god, this game is awesome. It's also a carbon copy of the killer whale from Sonic Adventure 1.
No, it's not. What are you smoking, dude?
Evidently, you just need to understand that saying something doesn't make it true.
And it's really easy. All you gotta do is hold down and you win.
This game is
Afterwards, you get another bad cutscene, which is Chuck E. Cheese quality. And then we get the most common boss battle in 3D Sonic history. The run around in circles and hit the giant robot in the head boss battle. Seriously.
Okay, this is a sort of valid complaint.
Which is why I had to pause the video and make note of it, obviously.
I don't care. I love it. I don't care.
Sonic meets up Shadow in another bad cutscene. Just look at these spasms. However,
Well, it's a cartoony game. Cut some slack.
Just because something is cartoony doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be bad or of poor quality. Saying, oh well, it's a cartoon style so you should cut them some slack, doesn't fly when it's a professionally put together game with a budget.
It all starts with this. What? A jewel containing...
Not only is this awkward character movement bad, but the military in this game is stupid. How can they mistake Shadow with Sonic? Unless they're admitting that they're both crappy recolors.
Shadow is not a recolor of Sonic, and yeah, I can kind of see what you mean there.
Also, probably a minor nitpick here, but in all honesty, do you seriously think that the military would be expecting 2 anthropomorphic hedgehogs running around the city? I mean, out of all the times you felt the need to speak up and tell Gligar he's wrong, and this is the part where you agree with him, something could easily be countered with maybe the soldiers saw Shadow at night and assumed that he actually had blue fur and he was simply covered up by shadows. Big surprise. Well, okay, if you say so.
I don't care. I love it. I don't care.
1108, Chuck E. Cheese Ball Pit.
What does Chuck E. Cheese have to do with anything, man?
What's a running joke, man?
I don't care. I love it. I don't care.
Bad lip movement.
Special powers that neutralize the
Blah, blah, blah.
chaos
Who cares about
emerald.
this plot?
That makes it...
I care about this plot. I think it's interesting. Very interesting. And I'm not being sarcastic.
My goodness, you can certainly see a lot of lily pads from under this bridge. You should thank our hosts. I am being sarcastic.
What's bad?
Look who's calling who at me.
Ha ha ha, this is Eggman.
The signal from the
And I want your emerald.
This is the master.
This was a master emerald.
Doctor.
Yeah, that was lame.
Which is why skipping is a necessity. You should try it sometime. May I recommend skipping this review?
Oh my god, I'm gonna talk a little bit more, and now, I'm gonna spam! Check out my Game Genie! Spam! He didn't even hit it, and it blew it off. That's gonna be the weakest emerald ever.
Well, diamonds and that kind of thing, they are very delicate.
Diamonds? Okay, clearly you don't know anything about gemstones. Diamonds in particular. You ever hear that phrase, diamonds are forever? Yeah, guess why that's a phrase? Diamonds are the hardest natural mineral known to man. Now, when it comes to Mohs scale of mineral hardness, emeralds are between a 7.5 and an 8, whereas diamonds are a 10. This isn't to say that the emerald couldn't break, but it is to say that you clearly don't know anything about the durability of freaking diamonds.
I don't care. I love it.
Just to show you a cutscene from a better game for comparison, this is the very first cutscene from a 2000 Xbox game from called Halo. This game has many features such as character emotion, characters moving around and not just spazzing out, proper lip sync, and features that you wish Sonic Adventure 2 had. In other
Well, these aren't similar styles of games whatsoever.
You don't say. It's almost like he knows that.
words, this is a better game.
That's just your opinion. It's very good.
Going to the snowboarding level.
Not really. This music is alright. Shadow is not a recolor of Sonic.
Now, what was that about opinions?
I don't care. I love it. I don't care. I got this feeling.
Well, this game isn't here to hold your hand.
Well, actually, all it is pressing X.
You won't escape me this time!
Because that's all it is. And
Well, it's your first boss bout of this type of mode, and they're still expecting the user to get used to this.
You just said that the game isn't going to hold your hand. If that were the case, why use the excuse, it's the first boss battle, so they gotta go easy on a player, when not a minute beforehand, Gligar was complaining that an aspect of the game was needlessly difficult and tedious.
I don't care.
I know Eggman.
shut up, Amy. You sound like a and
I'm not even gonna comment on that.
You just did!
I don't care.
And all you do is hold B, move around, wait for the auto-aim to lock onto you, and boom, you get kills. It makes Halo 2 for PC look like food on top. It's that bad and easy.
It really isn't that bad, and this game is also supposed to be accessible to the young children, so I can't really find much to complain here. And this isn't the whole game, this is just a third of it.
1. Accessible. A place able to be reached or entered. Wrong word. 2. As someone who played through a bunch of no-nonsense games as a kid, I can tell you from experience that a game doesn't have to be easy for someone to enjoy playing it, especially if you haven't got money to afford a whole lot of games. The few that you have better last either in story or difficulty. Also, weren't you the one who said this?
Well, this game isn't here to hold your hand.
Starting to regret that statement, ain't ya?
Fun just by trying to write a game called Super Press A to win.
Well, why don't you do that and stop playing this game?
Because he's making a joke! Furthermore, I have a sneaking suspicion that a game called Super Press A to Win would be an indie success. Get on it, game developers!
I don't care.
One thing I forgot to mention in the last review, though most people don't care, is the Chao system. Apparently in Sonic Adventure 1, Sega thought they'd throw random stuff in, so they threw a Chao system in.
Well, it's just an option. You can choose not to use the Chao world.
It only exists in both adventures, and all it does is let you raise your own Chao. There's no point in it, but you raise your own Chao and race. So,
well, me and numerous other people find this to be quite interesting and fun. So, yeah, it's not all about you, buddy.
Oh yes, I'm sure he cares a lot about your opinions on the game. Look at them, Review Mother said. Look at my opinions. You won't find more beautiful reviewers on this side of the moon.
I don't care. I love it.
afterwards, the whole game just repeats itself. You get a Sonic level, which is pretty much just run forward. You get another mech shooting level, which is incredibly easy. And then, what else do you get? Another Knuckles level. And in reality, the whole game just repeats itself. And isn't that fun? Honestly, please stay away from this game. Well, actually...
Please stop wasting your time and mine by coming up with these mostly lame-ass excuses as to how this isn't a good game.
The levels repeat themselves. There's no challenge to the overall gameplay. The death that the player experiences will mostly be cheap. The camera sucks. Repeated gimmicks from the previous game. Boring boss fights. Annoying characters. Music layered over characters talking so it's difficult to hear them. Poor graphics. Bad cutscenes. You know, if it wasn't Gligar, these would all be valid reasons to not purchase the game. Had you provided any evidence to the contrary in an effort to counteract his review, then at least you'd have something to stand on. But all you've been doing is making excuses, telling him he's bad at the game, throwing out his opinions in favor of your own, and falling for the obvious bait of a troll.
In this game, well, in his dark side, all you have are reskins. Eggman replaces Tails, Shadow replaces Sonic, and Knuckles is replaced by Rouge. This theme will continue on in Heroes, but will be ditched in Shadow. As for his levels, they're the exact same as Tails.
No, they're not really the exact same as Tails. It's a little tougher with Eggman, and yeah, his levels are also kind of longer. There's some difference.
You know what would be really good right now? A nice, cool glass of proof.
I don't care. I love it. I don't care.
For Rouge the Bat, oh my god, gotta be kidding. It's a Knuckles reskin. Same treasure hunting crap, same everything.
This level looks way different.
Yeah, Gligar, this one's got grass. Innovative.
To relieve my rage, I just threw around Omo Chao, because it's actually more fun than the game. As for this game, it's a pile of garbage!
Well, this game, it's not for everyone. you already knew that this wasn't your kind of game before you played it. So, yeah, it was your choice to play this game.
Well, you already knew that this game wasn't his cup of tea when you did the commentary on the video. Blah! Also, how do you know that he knew he wouldn't like the game before playing it? Does Gligar just claim that he hates all Sonic games as a whole because they're Sonic games? I'm asking this with complete sincerity. I don't pay attention to the reviews of trolls.
Graphics are horrible. Yeah, I know it's a GameCube game, but I've seen much better GameCube games. Just look at Twilight Princess. And then you've got music that's kind of repetitive in parts of it. The gameplay is repetitive, bland, features horrible controls, a camera that doesn't work, almost
While you elaborate on some of this...
He already did! In the first 21 minutes of this stupid review! Hell, I relisted a bunch of the problems that he had with the game. Are you even listening at this point?
I don't care.
Anyway, thanks for watching, and subscribe for more Sonic reviews.
I will not subscribe for more Sonic reviews. You've just wasted your time and mine and embarrassed yourself and the mother that gave birth to you by making this crappy-ass, terrible game review. I hope you feel happy for wasting my time.
Ooh, burn. I'm sure he cares. Also, wasting your time, huh? Ha, ha, ha. It's almost like he's trying to.
And I can't, this review is so bad, I can't even think of anything else to say on it.
Which is why I just can't end the video without dragging out my inability to form coherent sentences. Boy howdy, I'm sure living up to my username of ArticulateYoungMan. So the video ends after only 3 more seconds at 22 minutes and 23 seconds. ArticulateYoungMan, I'm gonna ask you something. Do you know what a troll is? Happy birthday, Scarlet!